Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is January 25th, 2021. And today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, once again, the NASDAQ does it again, trading at all-time record highs. And this is really on the back of a few stocks. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. Looking at the economic events of the day, nothing major scheduled for today. But as we look at the various markets, starting out with the currencies, we're watching the British pound trading on resistance versus the USD. We're going to take a look at that. And looking at the indices, the NASDAQ rallies to all-time highs, but the Dow Jones is trailing behind. We're going to take a look at what individual stocks is carrying us either higher or lower. Looking at commodities, gold and oil pretty much tapering off. And as we look at the stock markets and the individual stocks, it's Apple that is taking us higher. Remember, it's the FANG stocks all over again. Alcoa breaking down on the opposite side, which is a major Dow Jones component. Lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is trading in a range, but it's topping that range. It's at the top of that range. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're starting out with the GBP on a weekly chart just to give us perspective here. And this is really trading at that top of that range. Look at that 137-ish level as the British pound is gaining versus the USD. Now, this is really an important level. Okay, we've hit this level a couple times before. Yes, there is a bona fide resistance-ish level at 143, but this 139-ish level is also, 137 level is also very important. Okay, we've hit it a couple of times before. If you see that, okay, it was a previous support. So with that said, if it does break above this 137, I do think that we could hit this 143 at a certain point later in time. Now, looking at the other major currencies versus the dollar, the Aussie USD just tapering off here, the euro really not doing much, and the rand just tapering off here at 15-ish levels. So, not much doing there. Now, looking at gold also, we're trading in a really tight range. Not to say that there's not opportunity to trade it, but if you're looking for, the more bigger moves, okay, you want to trade the trend, okay, which is mostly the NASDAQ and the FANG stocks that are very, very strong lately. Now, looking at oil, also tapering off here, but not doing much. Really no major entry level, okay, entry position, that's jumping out at me. Okay, however, looking at the NASDAQ, okay, let's take a look at this. Trading at all-time highs, 13,471. And we're right there, okay? There's nothing to say about this. Every time this, we say that it's not going to go higher, boom, it goes higher, okay? Now, there's the Teslas that are taking us higher. There's Apple that's taking us higher. And let's take a look at that. Looking at Apple, trading at 137.90. Now, its all-time highs is 142, okay? When you take into consideration that we had that 4-for-1 split, if you guys remember that. So, altogether, we're still off of our all-time highs. If you look at that, we're just testing our previous high that we hit in December. Okay, so with that said, if there's follow through, then I do expect us to, continue above this 143-ish level. Now, jumping into the other high-tech components, looking at Facebook, also very strong here to 272 after looking like it was going to break down at this 240-ish level. Microsoft also trading at that top range of 225, but we need to see a breakout. Okay, it needs to really break out for us to have a continuation with this, and I'm hoping that we'll get that today. However, looking at the Dow Jones, let's take a look at that. Okay, this is not breaking out higher. This is having a very hard time at 31,150 to break out higher. Every time we've hit that, we've retraced. Okay, last week we retraced on that previous Friday sell-off, and then we rallied into the inauguration, and then tapering off again. Okay, now this will continue happening like this for quite some time as long as we don't have follow through in the stocks. Okay, so with that said, that's something to consider as we go into today's trading. Now, looking at Alcoa breaking down below $20. Okay, so this is really taking an about face after having this decent rally on the high side over the past couple of days. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, okay, we're at that top of that range at 33,600-ish level, but tapering off, okay? And if we don't break above it, I do expect that we'll sell off here at this level. So keep that in mind as this week unfolds. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.